How's it going, guys? Today we're going to be working on Wombo from Proving Grounds. I already went ahead and done the Rust scan. We see port 2280, 6379, 8080, 27017. I copied the output and pasted it in a nmap.txt file. I removed some of the unnecessary information, and pretty much what we want to extract is some version number. So we see Redis 509, MongoDB 401. For the web ports, we want to go ahead and run FerxBuster. So I went ahead and ran FerxBuster with big.txt on port 8080 and port 80. So we see some admin directories for 8080. We don't really see anything for port 80. So let's see if we can access this. Okay, it's asking for a username and password. Let's try admin. That doesn't work. Let's try to register an account. Address admin at Wombo. Try admin1, admin123, admin. Okay, so it looks like we can register an account. And this is node BB. Let's check Wapalizer. Node BB. Say message board. And we're running on Nginx 1.10.3. Alright, let's not spend too much time on port 8080. Let's go back and check the Redis version. So we can do search exploit Redis 5. Alright, so for Redis version 5, we see an unauthenticated code execution Metasploit module. So let's go ahead and Google the Redis version, so 5.0.9. Let's go to Google. Exploit site :github.com. Alright. We see a Redis RCE. As you can see, I've already clicked on this. Let's go ahead and clone this repository. And it says this is a modded version of the Redis rogue server exploit. And all we have to do is set the R host. We can set the R port -L for localhost and a local port. And we need a file. And that file will be this exp.so file. Git clone ls-lsa cd redis rce. Okay, so now let's navigate to, let's see if we can open this. Page not found. All right, let's go here actually. Open this as in a new tab, and we see this xpo.so file is already compiled. So let's get this repo as well. Let's go back, git clone this LSA cd redis rogue server. Okay, so we see this. Let's go back and cd redis rce python redis rce.py, and now we need, let's do -h. Let's set the R host and put the IP address in there, and let's set the port. So let's go back to our nmap output, and we can choose from 2280 6379. That's the Redis server, so let's not use that. 8080. So let's try 8080. Now we need to set the local host, which would be our ton0 address. ifconfig ton0. Let's do -p 8080. Actually, I set the wrong thing, so instead of setting the R port, we want to set a local port, so we do P because we're going to catch a reverse shell using this Redis rce.python exploit. And now we need to set the file. We pretty much need to point it to that file that we had in this Redis rogue server directory. We want this exp.so file. So let's run this and see if it works. And it did not work. Address already in use. Okay, I believe that's because I'm running Burp Suite. So let's try port 80. Let's do R and vertical RL wrap. Let's set a listener address ton0 port 80, and we get a reverse shell ID. Now let's take a step back. I was having some trouble with this machine. Let's go to Redis rogue server. cd redis modules ask make. So I was having trouble with this using this make file. It's getting some errors. So I also tried, let's see. I also tried this as well, this Redis modules -execute command from nobodycn. So let's git clone this cd git clone. So I cloned the wrong repository, so we want Redis modules -execute command. So git clone, paste that, ls-lsa cd redis modules. Okay. So as you can see, we're getting a bunch of error messages, and it's all coming from the file that we're trying to make, which is the module.c file. Okay, so let's try it in this directory, and we're getting the same thing. And it's all coming from this module.c file. So let's modify that, and I'm gonna put a link to a GitHub repo in the description, and I made some changes to this repo. So this module.c file, I went ahead and made some changes. So let's copy this, paste it in here, save it, and now let's try to run make it again. ls-lsa, we see that make.so is now created. So let's go ahead and try to run the exploit with this file. Let's try ID, and as you can see, that way works as well. I'm not sure what happened to the module.c file a few months ago. I tried the same exact module.c file, and it was able to generate this .so file for me, but now it's not working the same. So go ahead and give that a try. Thanks for watching.